But do you see what I did there? Do you see how the start of the sales funnel all started with... What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Misty Murray. I'm a litigation paralegal and founder of Arrow Consultants. So in today's video, I really want to focus on that amazing paralegal career of yours and the freelance one. So one of the number one questions I get in Instagram and on Facebook is, Misty, how do you get clients? And I usually respond to those messages with something like, well, it all depends on your sales funnel. So you have to create sales funnels. And either I get nothing back and I hear crickets, or I get something back like, what's a sales funnel? So in today's video, we're going to talk about just that. I'm going to go over my sales funnel, and then we're going to talk about a potential sales funnel for you, something that you can incorporate into your business to help you gain more clients. And of course, what would this video be without a download? So you have to listen to today's entire video because I'm going to talk about that download towards the end of the video. So if this is something that you're interested in, be sure to click that thumbs up below, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into things today. Everything that you do and create and publish for your business should be part of a sales funnel. It's not enough just to create things and put it out there into the stratosphere. You really have to do it with such intention that it is directly speaking to your target audience. And that is part of your sales funnel. So my sales funnel has 4 different levels, and we're going to go over those levels today and then talk about your potential sales funnel. So the first level of my sales funnel is really just exposure. It's awareness to let you know, hey, I'm here. So you've either found me through this video, through a Google search, through social media, through Facebook, but either way, now you're exposed to me. Now there's this awareness that I exist. So at this first level of exposure and awareness, the consumer is just consuming. They're really consuming everything for free that they possibly can, and they're not yet engaging with me. Then comes the second drip of the sales funnel, which means that you found my website, you've probably landed on a resource page and downloaded a checklist or an index, or maybe you've downloaded an infographic. You might have even subscribed to this channel. And if you did, thank you so much for doing that. You might have booked a free consultation with me, or taken a look at a couple of my plans, or even become a member of my website. So you are a consumer who is now engaging with me. Now comes the third drip of the sales funnel, which means that you've consumed my free resources enough that you trust me. Thank you so much for doing so for those of you who have, and you feel trusting enough to book a one-on-one coaching session with me. Maybe you've purchased a plan, or you've purchased my Microsoft 365 e-course. By the way, that is linked in the description box below. Either way, you are a lead, you are consuming free resources, and now you're purchasing my products. Okay, so now we've hit the fourth and final drip of the sales funnel, which really is what I call my bonus funnel. Because at this point, you're already a customer, but maybe you've gone to another level. So these are my highest level customers. They're monthly customers, they're custom build customers, they're customers that are consuming the most amount of my resources, probably paying me the most, and as a byproduct of that, receiving the most of my time. So at the end of the funnel, I hope that I have caught every drip that I possibly can. And I hope that I've taken every opportunity that I possibly can to gain the information, turn a prospect into a paying customer, and maximize my results as much as I possibly can. And throughout that entire process, I'm really focusing on the analytics and the behavior of my consumer. So now I ask you, so tell me, what's in your sales funnel? I get so many freelance coaching clients who simply cannot answer this question. Simply being a freelance paralegal in your area isn't enough. You really need to niche down on those services and hone in on what problems you're solving for local attorneys, and how you can get those services out there to the stratosphere. So if I'm hearing,
well, I have a website and I'm on social media,
then that's not enough, okay? I want you to repeat after me, all right? Repeat it. When I'm in the know, I can grow. I want you to repeat that to yourself over and over and over again. I want you to put it on a sticky note, place it right there on your computer so it's front and center. When you are in the know, you can grow. You really have to understand that customer behavior. You really have to understand that sort of psychology of customer purchasing. And when you start to hone in on those things, you really can turn those leads into buying customers. You can't just throw together a website and post a few times on social media and do a little bit of networking and expect the work to come. You've really got to put a lot more work into it than that, because this too will take time. I tell people time and time again that first year really is nothing but an experiment. I mean, you really got to focus on what it is that you're able to get out there and sell to the public. And you may think that you know when you get started, and then your world may shift and something else may happen, and the public may resonate with you in one way when you thought that you were going to go another. So let's dive into potentially what could be your sales funnel. Let's go back to my computer and take a look at some more slides I've prepared for you. So your leads are likely to come from a website or a landing page, a social media of some sort, or perhaps a YouTube or blog that you've created, and maybe a podcast. But either way, choose your social media platforms. Choose whether or not you want to have a website or a landing page, because really all of this is going to depend on your budget. But regardless of those platforms that you're choosing, you need to hone in on that SEO, your search engine optimization. Examples of good targeted keywords would include the area of law, the area that you're most helpful in, and the fact that you're a freelance paralegal. So these are all things that should be part of your SEO plan. Now, I always tell paralegals that you want to start locally and then you want to branch from there. So I started locally in the state that I was in at the time, and I branched from there. And now 2 years later, my company is a global solution provider, but I didn't start that way. So hone in on those SEO words that help to target your ideal audience right now. When attorneys are looking for contract freelance paralegals, they're usually looking not just within their time zone, but they're looking within their area. And if they're searching for something on Google, then the first things that are going to come up on their page are their local contract freelance paralegals advertising in their area, and that's you. So how is it that you turn those leads into prospects? And how do you bring them into that sales funnel even more? So let's continue to use this sort of example of this real estate paralegal here in our slides. So for this particular real estate paralegal that I'm coaching, I'm going to want her to create and write and share articles that talk about the real estate industry. I want her to comment on them. I want her to like them. I want her to celebrate them. I want her to engage people in social media surrounding the real estate industry. In addition to that, if this paralegal has a website or a landing page or a social media platform that she wants to drive information out there to the public on, then I would encourage this paralegal to create the infographic that sort of talks about the legal industry and things that she's doing in the legal industry and the fact that she's even out there in the stratosphere. In addition to that, if she's blogging and she's creating articles about real estate, I want her to be talking about the issues in real estate and the problems that our attorneys are facing and how she plans to solve those problems. Getting that information out there in social media and into the stratosphere is going to really help to gain that trust and grab that social proof that you're going to need down the road. So as a result of doing all of these things and commenting and writing and posting and creating infographics and checklists and freebies. This paralegal is gaining more connections in LinkedIn and really networking so that when she's ready to sell a product or, she's ready to start really focusing on contracting with attorneys, she's got the connections out there to be able to move and shake and make things happen in social media. In addition to that, if she's created some sort of infographic or download or checklist of some kind, then she is engaging a consumer. And if that consumer has downloaded that, then hopefully there's an email that has resulted from that, because that paralegal may want to sell a product down the road. And the email list is huge when you're a business owner, because you really have a lot to gain from your contact list down the road. So in addition to that, if the paralegal is actually blogging, then there's an opportunity for someone, a consumer, to engage even more and subscribe to that blog or subscribe to that YouTube channel or subscribe to that podcast. So let's go over an example of a sales funnel that I've put together for a freelance paralegal in the real estate industry in the Chicagoland area. Now, all of those words that I just said are part of her SEO plan, that search engine optimization, vitally important to everything that you do. So let's take a look at her sales funnel. So we've got a freelance paralegal in Chicago, Illinois, which is the lead part of her SEO. She's in real estate, again, part of her SEO. She's doing video or podcast about a formula to simplify the fillable PDF process for real estate transactions. So that is her prospect freebie. In addition to that, she's got a free checklist of required real estate documents, again, a prospect freebie, and she's eventually booked a consultation regarding the real estate fillable PDF services that she has. She put out an estimate regarding that real estate fillable PDF services, and then she got a contract and got a retainer paid for her real estate fillable PDF assignment. So that's full scale right there, starting with the SEO, going into lead, converting it, and then getting a paid client as a result of it. So in the beginning of today's video, I told you that I had a free download for you. It is designed to really help you hone in on your niche in this legal industry, hone in on those processes that will help you create the client, that ideal client that you want. Hone in on those processes of the products and the services that you plan to put together and put out there to the stratosphere to help your fellow attorneys. Understanding the buying decisions of your ideal client is vitally important to your business. So just for good measure, say it with me one more time. When I'm in the know, I can grow. Repeat it over and over again. Today, I've provided you with this free video. And in addition to that, I've also provided you with a freebie, the download that will help you hone in on your SEO and your sales funnel. So as a byproduct of that freebie in the description box below, you can download it right there. I'm probably going to collect your email address, and maybe you'll become a member of my website or subscribe to this channel. Again, thank you for all that do that. And hopefully I've gained your trust enough after a while for you to book a one-on-one coaching session with me, or to book one of my plans, or to purchase my Microsoft 365 e-course. Again, in the description box below. But do you see what I did there? Do you see how the start of the sales funnel all started with this YouTube channel and with this YouTube video? So if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up, because it truly does help to support my channel. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and of course, click that bell notification to receive a notification of each time I post a video on here. Of course, good luck to you and all that you do, because this crazy legal industry needs an amazing, super freelance paralegal boss just like you. Have an amazing rest of your day, a wonderful weekend ahead of you, and I'll see you guys back here on the next one. Bye, guys. Mwah. No. All right. No. Drip, baby, drip. Then comes the second, no, okay. See, that wasn't even on defocus. So, okay. So starting over.